All right. Today, EcoWorthy sent us the 280 amp hour battery to check. This is the new metal case battery. So we're going to crack this puppy open, get it charging so we can get on with the capacity test. Then we'll get it opened up, take a look inside of it, make sure the build quality is as good and as great as that first one. This was an excellent battery. So I'm expecting great things from this one. So let's get it going. We'll just open the case up here, see what we got inside. All right, looks like good typical EcoWorthy stuff, documentation in one package. Some mounting brackets. And this was the same as with the other metal case, so we know that part is the same. This allows you to mount it down in an RV or something like that. And then the third kit is basically the safety caps, screw tops, all kinds of things to attach it with and everything. All right, let's get the cover off of it. Oh, look at that. It looks just like the old one, just a little bit updating the looks. Well, get that out of the way. And there it is. This is the EcoWorthy 12 volt, 280 amp hour, 3.584 kilowatt hours, 10-year life span, multi-protection BMS, high energy density, grade A cells, low temp cutoff, with Bluetooth, the metal case. And I really like these because they have the off-on switch over here, the nice caps that you attach, the nice terminals to attach wires to. They're inset this time with the new types. That's great. And I like this handle too. Makes it pretty easy to carry. The specs are listed right here on the side. See if I can pull this down where you can see it. So you can see here, lithium iron phosphate, EcoWorthy Eco 3 LFP1228004, 280 amp hours or 3,584 watt hours, 12.8 volt rated, 14.6 charge voltage, end of charge voltage, 9.2 disconnect shutoff, 220 amps for 10-second peak discharge, 200 amps max continuous charge. Charging voltage is 14.6. Dimensions is 16.6 inches by 8.7 inches by 9.7 inches, or 420 by 219.3 by 245 millimeters. It is a heavy booger at 68 pounds, and it has a operating recommended charging temperature between 32 and 55 degrees Celsius. All right, recommended discharges between -4 and 131, between 32 and 131 for charge. Okay, that's got both ratings here in Fahrenheit and in Celsius. Kind of confused me there. Great little thing. All the scan codes are right on it with the serial numbers and everything. Great little battery. All right, so first we're going to want to do a charge on this thing. So we will connect it up here to the 12 volt EcoWorthy charger. For those of you who are not familiar with using a resistor to prevent a spark, if I was to just take this and put it on there, if it didn't have an off-on switch, there would be a spark when I did that. So normally what you would do is just take this and touch it to the battery like that and then put it on. But because this has the off-on switch, we can just attach the cables, tighten them down, and then turn it on. And there we go. We'll turn it on. All right, there is our meter. Let's take a quick look at that. You can see it came in at 13.1 volts. And none of these amp hours or anything mean anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the good old trusty EcoWorthy 12 volt battery charger here, and we're going to plug it in and get this thing charging, and I'll be back after that's done charging. Talk to you then. All right, we're starting the test. Just got it kicked off, pulling 83 amps from this side and 79 amps over here. All right, here we are. Awesome performance, 291 amp hours on a 280 amp hour battery. Nice, eco-worthy, really nice. Let's get on with the teardown. All right, here we are. Now, I don't normally do detailed breakdowns like this, but this was such one of my favorite batteries that you saw my review on it. It's the metal case eco-worthy battery. And since the new battery is here, I decided to go ahead and do a look inside. Now, if you remember the old battery here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the plastic protection off the top of this one. I'm going to pull the cover off of this one. So right away we notice some similarities with the way that the sheets are attached. So I'm going to undo both of the caps on this side too, the screws, and then we're going to take these protective plates off. All right. So you'll notice, take a look real close here. The build on these look exactly the same. The same type of wires, the same type of loom protecting the wires, the same caps on the end. And if we look down here inside this one, you can see in the BMS being down inside on this side, which I can zoom down a little bit closer here for you on that. You can see the BMS on both of these is in the same place. And it looks like it is the same battery. Now I'm going to turn this one on also so that we can see the lights in the same place. You can see it lighting up there. Over here you can see it lighting up there. It looks like the tracer wires for these are identical also. So you can see the rails here. Now they did change the way that these run behind the raceway. This one has them wrapped in some black loom and runs down to here. This one has the rail in the center is the only thing that I see that's different. This one flares up over the edge and gives them a track up underneath here to clip and hide all of the wires too. So they are hidden up underneath here and nice and clean behind the scenes here so you don't see any of them. Whereas over here you could see them. It's the same wiring, the same labeling on each one of them, the same marks on each one of them. The only thing I would say about the marks is that you'll notice here the marks are, this one missed, this one they're not in the exact same spot. Now it does show there is ink there, and this one didn't have it on every screw. So the question becomes is why is this mark saying this is done not the same? Did they retighten it after they put the mark on it? Or, you know, what is the case there? So let's turn these off real quick, and let's just see if we get a screwdriver. If we get a screwdriver, are these tight? And yes, they are. And in both cases, they are tight. There is nothing loose there. And these over here, you'll notice these on this side are exposed. And on this side, they have some kind of top on them. I didn't notice that before. Cover for this bus bar, as it looks like. Yeah, these are all tight also. So no real difference there. They're both bolted into the side of the metal case. They both have the metal case. They both have the same welded bus bars. They both have very similar, it looks like cells. I will say that this one did really overperform in its makeup, and the metal rack is on both sides is holding it into place. So again, this is my highest rated battery that I've seen, and I'm going to check these screws here on the terminals. They're tight, And then I'm gonna get a socket here, and we're gonna check these. Now I did just notice that the socket on these is a little bit bigger. These are standard size. They are tight. And so now I'm going to try these over here. They are a little smaller. These are little 10 millimeter ones. These are the standard 13 millimeter ones. But the wire size is exactly the same. There's no difference there. Hello, little guy over there. And let's see if I can get a socket to check those. All right, a little 10 millimeter socket here. Let's just see if these are. Oh yeah, those are good and tight. So nothing is loose, little minor differences. So the minor differences are the screw nuts here are different. The raceway to hide the cable wraps and to organize them much cleaner and nicer, although it looks like it's the same wires and same connections. There's a difference in the bus bar covers on this side versus what was in the new one. Doesn't have that. Some minor notes with the marks on there. They don't really do their intended purpose, so that I can't look at them and see that none of them have moved. They're all marked, but they don't actually accomplish anything. Each of these look like they have moved from their original marking. So maybe they're just saying, hey, I tightened it, I tightened it, I tightened it, as opposed to putting a mark across it so that we can see if it's loosened or tightened. So but that's also true on the old ones over here, is that they're marked and then they're tightened instead of tightened and then marked, which kind of odd. That's your security. But the BMS is in the same place. They come on the same. They shut off the same. The switches are in the same spot. Some minor differences, if I bring you down here in the front to look at the front of the case, a minor change is the color of the sticker is different. Now, I don't know if this is because this original one that I have has faded and it used to be yellow. I would have to go back and look at my original video to see that. But everything else is identical. The screws on the side of the case to hold it on, the off-on switch, the terminals are still the same also. Both with sunk-in screws so you don't accidentally ground out, which is nice. The case being metal, dissipating the heat better. I like that. It's just a great battery series. All in all, the build quality is still what it used to be. The capacity is better than it used to be. The output on this was way exceeded to 280 amp hours. So again, EcoWorthy has built another metal case battery, new name, new line, and I'll publish that right across the screen so you know exactly what it is. There'll be a link in the description if you want to get involved with one of these. They are 280 amp hours. They are very, very good. They've performed very well for me. I have not had any problems out of it. And as you can see, the build quality is there. They are the standard 12.8 volt, 280 amp hour, 3.5 kilowatt hour lithium iron phosphate battery. In the next video, we are going to take these batteries. We're going to take 4 of the EcoWorthy batteries. We are going to hook them in series and create a 48 volt battery to put over in the 48 volt system. I hope you'll come back for that. And if you're don't want to miss it, make sure you like and subscribe so that we can get that to you. And I'll see you on the next video. My name is Matt. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.